This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, welcome to the next session on SAP ABAP. In the ABAP we have discussed about, so what exactly the ABAP guys? It's an advanced business application programming language, which is the only one programming language for entire SAP 64 plus module 26 LOBs. And we have different kind of modules in SAP. So SAP is a product and which is having the sales and distribution, material management, financial management, and quality management and human resources. And we did something in the sales, we did something in the flow, we did something in FICO, just some terms, in the FICO. And we did a data. So always the SAP talks about the data processing, SAP systems, application products in data processing. So we know how to design the data. Means if you want to store the data in a database, you need to have a database tables. If you want to handle the database tables, we are going to use a concept called data dictionary in ABAP. So the data dictionary handles all your database objects. In the data dictionary, we see what is database table, how you can create the database table, and what is primary key, what is foreign key, and what is the domain, what is the data element, and what is the table maintenance generator. And this is what you know how to design the database objects. But how you can enter the data, there are many ways. You can directly go to the table contents and create entries, and you can directly store the data in the database level, SE level. If you select table maintenance, allowed. If it is table maintenance not allowed, you cannot directly enter the data, or also you cannot display the data in the data dictionary. And if it is a table maintenance allowed with restrictions, that means you can you cannot enter the data, but you can display the data by using SE11 concepts. But if you want to update the data, what is the way which we have used? Maybe you have used an DML operations. You did an insert and update and modify. That is one way. And one more way is you did a module pool program. In the screen level, you have given an option to enter the data, required data, and when you save it, and the data will be saved in the database level. That is also one way which we have used. But in updating the direct database table is not a good way. So which you need to use in an update function model, which will work in a new update work process. But I have a requirement where I need to upload mass data, batch data. Okay, batch means use data. How you can upload, how you can save the data into database. That's the concept of the BDC. So BDC stands for batch data communication. So with the BDC, we are going to upload the mass data into the SAP. So what we can do with the BDC? So we can upload mass data or use data into SAP from non-SAP systems. Non-SAP systems like maybe I have a data in Excel. Excel is an SAP system. No, I have a mass data which I have maintained in Excel. So most of the companies guys, you have a non-IT team. So what is the job of non-IT team? Do you know? So they maintain the data in Excel, right? So regularly they do go to Excel, enter the data, Control C, Control V, edit. They are going to do the same kind of activity. But I have an SAP system. My company is going for an SAP, and I would like to upload the legacy data, the non-SAP data into the SAP system. So as a programmer, normally as a company, suppose if you have a data entry people, so maybe I need to create yesterday I told like GL accounts. So if you want to maintain the GL accounts FS00, and regularly you need to whatever the records comes, I need to enter the SAP, I need to upload it. But if you have thousands of records, I need to have 10 people, I need to have 20 people, right? The daily they are going to enter the data into FS00, which is a cost to the company, right? So 10 employees in monthly, every employee will take 20,000. Okay, 10 into 20,000, 20 lakhs per month, and per annum 20 lakhs, sorry, 2 lakhs per month, 2 lakhs into 12 months, 24 lakhs, which is a cost effective. I'm talking about only one process, but I have like this hundreds of processes. I need to have hundreds of employees. So I need to get rid of these non-IT employees. So I'm going to build one automated program where one user, business user, will go to that program. He will select the file and execute 1 minute. It will update all the records. So that's a BDC, batch data communication in SAP base. So how you do the batch data communication, what exactly it will do? It will upload the data from non-SAP systems to the SAP systems, and it will process the data by using screens, guys. It will process the data by using screens. See, guys, I told SAP is a product. Every application is designed with what kind of programming, guys? Almost. What kind of program? Which technique SAP has used to design the applications? Module pool program, guys. So they have used a module pool program, screen designing. If you name any program, so yesterday we have seen a lot of programs. If you see any program, VA01, which is designed with module pool. See, this is my screen element. It's an input fields, right? And if you go to the, tell me what is the transaction, do you know? What is the transaction, do you know? Whatever the transaction, huh? Already I told you, I shown the VA01. VA02 is in a similar functionality. Huh? Yes, you 01. See, this is a screen element. Two fields we are going to have. We have the push buttons, change and display and delete. So this is also designed by using module pool program. And if you want to see this status, and go to the status, and go to the here, you can see a screen number. Double click on the screen number and go to the layout. See, this is a PBO and PA. What is this? This is a module pool program, right? So, and give me one more transaction. Yeah, XD01, perfect. So this is my screen, and go to the like this. Any transaction, if you name in SAP, which is designed with the screen. So exactly, the BDC also uses a screen programming to process the data into your SAP case. What you will do in the screen, whatever you enter the data, okay, that data will be saved in the database. And BDC also uses the same concept. It will use the screen and it will process the data into the database case. But how can you do that? How can you do that? Let's take an example of, I'm going to create one material, MM01 first. Okay, just if you want to do in a BDC, you must know what the transaction is doing. Suppose you got a requirement to upload 1000 materials into SAP. So if you want to upload 1000 materials into SAP, first you should know how exactly in the foreground, how I can create a material. First, if you know that, then you can do a BDC programming. So how to do the material creation? So maybe I will create a BDC test 01. This is my one material, guys. I'm creating a material one. See, and go to the industry sector.
This conference will now be
So
recorded.
I'm going to create a material list. So if you want to create a material, I'm entering a material number and also what kind of material it is. Maybe it's in a mechanical engineering, and maybe I will select in the mechanical engineering. I will do a finished product. So which is a finished product which I'm going to select. See, this is an industry sector and material type. I'm entering some values on the screen, and this module pool will capture the values from this screen and enter. When I enter, SAP has designed, SAP is giving me a pop-up, and where I need to select what data you need to enter into this material. Maybe I'm entering the basic data 1, basic data 2, and simple things will create and enter. When I select this, it goes to the next screen. I'm going to put a description. It's in a BDC test material 01. So where this text will be stored, guys? Where this text will, this is a material, this is a material text. Where this material text will be stored, guys. The problem in the software industry is, so you know the answers, but you are not able to understand the questions. So that is the that is what I have seen many times. You know the answer, but you didn't understand my question. So where the perfect answer, this text will be stored in the MAKT. Where it will be stored, that's what my question. Where it will store the data in the database table, not in the road, right? So it's stored in the database table. The database table for the material description is the MAKT, guys. That's what my question. So you need to carefully listen the question, then you need to answer. Then you need to answer it. So this is the unit of measure kg, and gross weight 1 kg, and this is 1 kg. Unit weight is kg. Actually, these are required parameters to create a material. And when you save it, what did you do? When you save it, whatever you entered on the screen, that you have saved in the database screen. Even SAP also will do the same functionality. When you save it, this data will be saved in the SAP. Guys, save it. See, the material is created, and go to the material display, you will see the material number, and this is my material number, guys. So this material number, what is the database table for the material master? What is the database table for the Mara? So the material attributes will be stored in the Mara table. So this is my Mara table. So this is my material number, fetch, and it will fetch. See guys, whatever we have given, it's a fact means finished product, M means mechanical, the key values which is storing, and kg unit of measure. And just now I asked the question, and SE 16 and MA KT, and enter and give the material number and control V and execute, and see the material BDT test material 1 is stored in the MAKT table, and the field is the MAKT X. So in the same way, I got a requirement. I need to upload. So my non-IT people are working in a Excel file. They received a communication from the plant. So the plant, in the plant they have created some materials with a different barcode number. Okay, so maybe this is my material data, and in the material data I have a material and material type and industry, same details. So what do you need to create a material? So you need to have, so I'll go to here MM01. I'm preparing a file. I want a material, I want an industry sector material type. So I want a, maybe I will give the next sequence. My next sequence is my next sequence is BDC test 01. My next sequence is BDC test 03, and material type. What is the material type which I have given? The material type is an what is the material type? You can see the material type here. See, this we don't give the description normally. We give the key values. Case material type is an FERT case, finished product. Okay, material type is an FERT, and industry sector. And go to the industry sector, which is an I means mechanical engineering, which is an M, guys, which is an M, and material description. So the material description is, so go to the change option. Next material says this is okay, not the current material, and maybe I will change to the 03, and also I have entered gross weight. Okay, G weight is, and also net weight, N weight, and also I have a basic unit of measure, and also I have a weight unit. I have a weight unit. This is the fields which I need to have. So gross unit of measure is maybe this time 2, net weight is 2, and this is my kg, and this is my kg. So like this, maybe I got some records, controls, and control V, and I need more records, control V. I need more records, control V. I need more records and control V. See, and also guys, this is the material, and I need this many number of materials. See, I need to create 72 materials. See, if I want to do 72 materials, normally I need 7 employees per day. Okay, one employee comes MM01, he will see the Excel, he will enter the data, he will see the Excel, he will enter the data. Normally, that is what which we need to do. But I don't want to do like that. In my project, I need to have one program, which program should update all these Excel in a single. I need to in single shot. I need to update all these 76 or 70 materials. I need to update this. Why 70 materials? By first one is the just description, and first one is field descriptions. Just to give an idea of the business user, I will maintain a field description in my Excel, and these are the materials which I need to upload into the SAP. So this is in a mass data, or I can say it's in a batch data. We are going to upload the batch data into the SAP. So that's that concept. We call it in a batch data communication. Are you clear on the requirement or not? So what exactly the batch data? When we will do the batch data communication? So what is the purpose of the BDC programming? But how you will do it? So why you will do it? How you will do it? And what you need to do it? So there is one movie. So so you should know the concept. So the main thing is here why we are going to upload the data, batch data into SAP by using one program, that is a BDC program. But how you will do it? And so BDC uses it will process the data by using screen case. That means you must know the screen details. See, this is my screen, and if I want to process the data, I need to know the screen details and screen field details and the value which you enter. So let's take an example of this is the field. How this field is displayed in this screen, guys. How this field is displayed on the screen. How this field is displayed by using module pool, by using layout. In the layout, I have designed this field, and maybe whenever I design this field, I went to the ABAP programs and data dictionary fields. There I have selected. So two ways we can design this field by using SE11 structure or table, or we can have in a work area in the program. The work area also we can define. I will see how this field has been designed. If you want to know that, what you need to do, how do you get those details? Huh? How do you get that details? So don't give me a complicated answers. I would like to give smart answer. How did you design in model pool program? Layout. Now, how do you get that? Screen. Okay, you need to go to the screen, you need to go to the program. Oh, that is one way. That is one way I completely accept. So you forgot two powerful keys. F1 guys. F4 gives list of possible values. I don't want values. I want how that field is designed, which is an F1 guys, which provides total documentation of that field. Powerful keys guys. F1 SAP F1 F4 are very powerful and also execute also guys. And F1 F4 debugging, F5 F6 F7 F8 very powerful, and enter is also a very powerful commands. And F1 you can see, go to the wrench technical settings, and you can see guys everything. This is the program, this is the screen which everything it is coming, no need to go to the program. And you can see guys, this is the structure which is used to design that field, and the field name is MATNR. So the total, this is the structure, this is the field, total becomes structure hyphen field name is. So we have also created model pool program. If you want to do model pool program, you have taken that structure hyphen field name. The value, suppose I entered some value here, that value will be stored in which field? This is the screen field guys. So you should know what is the program, model pool program, and what is the screen number, and what is the screen field. And whenever you enter the value here, the value also will be available in this case. The screen field value will be available in this data object case. That is the way module pool works. That is the way screen programming works guys. So what I told, the BDC means it will process that data by using screen case. So that's why whenever it is in a screen, you must know what is the program, and you must know what is the screen, and you must know what is the screen field. And automatically I'm going to map the data from Excel to the screen field is. See, instead of entering the value by programmatically, I will pass the value to this field. And also same way, what are the required fields I would like to need? So I go here and do the F1 and go to the and this, and it will give me the MBRSH, which is nothing but an industry sector. And I go to the, and also every field is designed in a same screen is. And material type, you need to understand this functionality, then you will easily can write the BDC. And see, this is a material type, and this is my screen field. Screen program, screen number, and field name. Okay, and I am getting like this. And maybe here enter, I will do enter. Maybe I will use the another BDC mod test. Some 2000 I am giving because I don't want to use the. See guys, when I enter, it is giving me the pop-up, and I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this. If you want to capture all this F1, everything, it is very complication based. So getting the field names, getting the screen numbers, everything, the maintenance, I need to prepare lot of things if I would like to store everything. And if I need to take some details from the screen, it is very difficult to capture these things. Instead of this, so what I can do is, so maybe, so general way I'm talking, I'm doing this class, okay? So I run my class after 1 hour, okay? So maybe after 1 day, this lady want to see my class. After 20 days, Sai want to see my class, okay? So what I need to do actually, so if you write the notes, everything on daily basis, maybe after some time you need to refer back. Are you going to get what I am doing here? The same thing can you do after some time? No guys, what I need to do then, the same class if you want to know. So maybe I am doing in a recording, and the whatever I explained today, everything you are going to get after 10 days or after 10 years. So here also what we are going to do is, if you want to see the total screen programming flow. So this is my flow. See, in first step I am doing something, I entered some values, and second screen pop-up I selected something and do this, and I will enter something and I will enter something, and I'm going to save it. Okay, so all these actions, if you want to capture and if you want to do any field mapping and all, it's very difficult. So what we are going to do is, instead of that, we do any recording of this total transaction list. How exactly this transaction works, I do any recording of this transaction first, then I will take the recording and I will map the values dynamically. So first record, map the values to the recording. Second record, map the values to the recording. Third record, map the values to the recording, and run the recording again. It will create the records automatically. Next. So that's what. So if you want to do in a BDC program, you must do in a recording, guys. So that's the first step which you must do. So first, what are the steps to do in a BDC programming? The first step is how to do BDC programming. First step is create transaction record. First, you must know, guys, how to create the transaction record. What is the and capture? What are all the mandatory data required? You can capture all mandatory fields which are required to create transaction. So here, if you want to create a material, you should know what are all the mandatory fields. Otherwise, it will be a problem, guys. And also the screens which are required, and the screens which are required. And go to SHDB. This is the important transaction in BDC. Go to transaction key code SHDB, guys. SHDB is the transaction, and do the recording. You must do a recording by going to the SHDB. So I'll go to the SHDB. See, I'm doing a recording in SAP guys. The transaction recording, the screen recording which I'm doing. Everything it will capture. The interaction it will capture. F4 option it will capture. Everything it will capture this. Go to the SHDB and go with the new recording. Go with the new recording. Provide the recording name. Maybe it's my batch rate. I'm going to record MM01 transaction. So G8 MM01. So just this is a name like program name. I'm giving it this name, and also Z is not required here in this case. I think I did test. And what transaction you need to record? MM01. So simple. And go and start the recording. Start the recording now. See, it is going to capture your recording. Start recording. See, it comes to the screen. And in this material, I'm going to give one material. Just I'm giving in a dummy material. Maybe I can say it's in a dummy. I call it in a dummy material. And I have given a mechanical engineering. I selected in a finished product. Okay. And not only this case, whatever you select, that will comes into the here. Maybe I select telecommunication product, and product is a finished product. So I changed the industry sector, telecommunication sector. Okay. So what it will do is the recording will capture what is the program for this screen, what is the screen number for this screen, and what is the field, the value which you have entered. So this is my field MATNR. The value is dummy material. This is an industry sector which is in a telecommunications, which is in a material type, which is in a finished product. And whenever I enter, even it will capture what action you did as a user. I enter. See, the action, the enter will be captured into the recording, and it gives me the pop-up and what is the program behind this pop-up, and what is the values which we have in this pop-up, and what value you selected. I selected first value. I select two values I have selected and enter, and it goes to here. And I given a dummy material description. And here you should not give dummy. It doesn't accept. Why? Because it's a standards kg you need to give it. And here I'm giving gross weight. Maybe gross weight I will give 100. To highlight this, I am giving a 100. 99. This is now 999, and weight is kg. And don't give 999. Then later I do a save guys. Save, and guys, see, the recording is done. Now you can see what is the T code. This is MM01, and what is this? It's a program name, and what is this? This is a screen name, and also screen begin. Maybe that is no problem. And you can see what is the field name. We have some field name which are existing fields, but here you can see the field RMG1 MATNR. This is the screen. You did an F1. You have seen this field is defined with RMG1 structure and material number. This I call it a field name. And what is the field value which we have entered? It is a IDOP test dummy. This is a field name you should know. The field value which you should know. This is my dummy is. And industry sector MBRSH, the value is telecommunication I have selected. And the material type MTART, the value is FERT. And this is one screen guys, 60 screen. And when I press enter, the enter action, see guys, the SIUCOM value ENTR, that is captured in the BDC OK code guys. So what exactly is the BDC OK code? BDC OK code will save the user actions, user defined actions. SIUCOM value will be stored in the BDC OK code in the BDC programming guys. So this is one screen guys, first screen. The second screen it goes to the 70, that is in a pop-up. In the pop-up, see guys, we have selected two buttons. Basic data 1. This is basic data 1. This is a basic data 2 guys. So first record, first index is 01. Second record, the index is 02 guys. So this is the second screen. I selected basic data 1 and basic data 2. I did an enter. It goes to the next screen. In the next screen, see MAKTX. So this is the program. This is the program. The screen number is this, and the then begin is X, and the MAKTX, we have given a detailed description, and it goes to the next unit of measure kg, and also the net weight, the gross weight 999, net weight 999, and the unit of measure also kg. The other things don't consider it, guys. Leave as it is. But whatever you entered the values, that is important here. It will capture a lot of things. But the important thing which you need to consider is whatever the value you enter on the scale, you need to concentrate on that field only. Okay, did you get my point? Whatever the value which you have entered on the scale, so this is the value which I have entered. This is the value which I have selected telecommunication. This is the value which we have selected. Like this. So a recording has been done, guys. I'm going to use recording. I'm going to upload the data mass. See, save and come back. So a recording has been created, guys. Without Z also you can create the record. Okay, that's not an object. So just in a record. So record, you don't need to manage Z prefix to the recording, guys. So now I have a recording, guys. And after this, if you want to create a BDC program from the recording, from here you can create a program. See, click on the program and program name BDC9, and which is an BDC program, and to upload the material by using MM01 transaction, MM01, and upload batch upload data by using MM01 transaction. From where you need to transfer? From recording. This is my recording. You need to transfer the program and OK and upload batch input data of the materials upload, and you need to select source code. Click on the source code and save the program in package. Our package is 9, and save it, and it's a new project, and I call this transport of BDC batch, and save. Okay, and you see, guys, okay, automatically SAP generates a code for you. This is a recorded code, guys. This is a recorded code. Automatically it will generate, guys. Okay, now don't worry on this part. So whenever you get this, simply first 3 lines delete it, last line delete it. Okay, save. So save it, guys. Now I did a recording, I generated a program. So next things, what you need to do actually, what you need to do. So first thing is, where is the data, guys? Where is the data? Data is in file. What you need to do? You need to upload the data from the file to the SAP first by using program. Okay, if you want to upload the file, what you need to do? You need to select the file. If you want to select the file, you need to have an input. All right. So I design an input now, and also comment all the code. This also. So take only this until transaction, comment it. So I will enable again this code, and first I will come back to the code, guys. Parameters and p underscore file and a type of, I have given a structure for the file in the module pool. What is it? I have given a structure for the file to upload the file in the module pool. I did it in the BDC table control. I designed a field, I uploaded the file, and that file data I have displayed on the table control. What is the structure which I have given? RL graph file name is. So I will RL graph file name and save it, and print it, print up, and activate the program. Okay, step by step we are going to do this and do the recording and create program from recording. And next step is and design input to browse file using RL graph structure and RL graph file name. And but is, if you want to, maybe I will execute this program first. Let me execute this. See, guys, so can you select a file here And if I want to select what I need to enable here, F4. But whenever I press F4, which event will be triggered in the reports? In the reports. So that's in the reports. In module pool, it is in a POV. It's not a module pool. It's in a report to program. That's the difference. In the module pool, the event is process on value request. But here in the report, see guys, this is in a program, report program. In the report program, I use that is the difference between event case. Get selection screen on value request for which field you need to provide an F4 functionality. See guys, again we are going back to the the reporting program which we are going to do, and now you export. You see there is an F4 option which is enabled guys. But whenever I press F4, are you getting something here? Are you getting something here? No. So if you want to, whenever you export F4, the event which will be triggered is this. Inside this event, you need to write in a functionality to get a browser guys. The pop-up you are going to get. Whenever you attach a file in the Gmail, you will get a browser pop-up. If you want to get that pop-up, we are going to call function model. Tell me what is the function model which we have used. Huh? Where is Mamata today? Okay. So what is the function model which we need to use it? So F4, you forgot everything is F4 underscore file name, and this is the function model which step by step is. See, step by step we are seeing it. The only thing is, okay, you have to increase the memory of your brain. How you can increase the memory of your brain is, so how you can increase memory of your brain? Okay, reading and doing, the two things are very very important. You need to do it, and you already know the funda of software. I told long time back there is a methodology, and that is a PQ methodology. I have introduced in some of the things. So PQ, 1P is always, what is one is you need to prepare, the second one is you need to do a practice, then only you will get a perfection guys. So this is the PQ methodology which you need to follow if you want to become a software engineer, or if you want to continue your job in the software engineering. That is also required guys. After you get the job, if you want to do this, even your job, you are going to lose your jobs. Okay, that is sure. Okay, so this is the thing, and this is the at selection screen output where we need to do an F4 underscore file name, and here we are going to pass. So what is the SI program? SI program, what is the thing? CPROG and SI screen number, and which is still given a screen number, and I don't want this. And so file name guys. So whenever I browse it, I will get a browser option. I will go to the required drive. I select the file. The file path, you see, this is my file path. Suppose I go here, I selected this file. The path you will come to know. See, go to the properties, and this is the path. This path will, where this file I need to pick up. Okay, SAP has to pick up this file. From where it has to pick up. So when you select this file, this will give a file path. The file path will be stored here guys. The file path will be stored in this field. So that file path is an P underscore file is my selection screen field. I keep that file path value on the selection screen. So execute. Now I am going to execute. I do an F4, and see I get a pop-up to select a file, which gives this browsing option. The function model F4 underscore file name, desktop, and BDC batch 9, and select the file, and see guys, you see the file which is captured onto your selection. See, I transferred that file path into the P underscore file. That's why I get that file into the input. So now, yes guys, I got in a file which is captured. Then I execute the things. After I execute, I need to write in a logic. Okay, after executing the input values, which event will be triggered? After you successfully process the input values, which event will be triggered? After processing successfully the selection screen, which event will be triggered? startup selection is the event base. I use in a startup selection and I have the data in p underscore file, and now I need to upload the data from file to the, so here how many records is it in a single record? It's in a multiple record. So I need to upload this multiple records into SAP. Which data objects I need to declare? Which data objects I need to declare? If I want to store multiple records, internal table I need to declare. Then so use, so everything I am giving, I need to write. So actually I use the function model F4 underscore file name to browse option in a report event yet selection screen on value request case. I told that time this we will use somewhere. That time I didn't explain this event, but I have given some overview. When you press F4, this event will be triggered. But the real use is here I am going to use this. So here I am going to use get selection scheme on value request, and then declare internal table to store the file data, and I go and declare an internal table base. So declare the internal table, maybe types, and no need to do this, and maybe I go to the pattern and with fields from structure, and I will take some fields from the Mara, and Mara I need MAT enough. I want material type, I want industry sector, I want basic unit of measure, and then I want net weight and gross weight. So I want a gross weight, I want one a net weight, and also I want a volume unit weight. So this is the fields from Mara. Okay, this is my, I can say it's in a TY. I don't say it's Mara, it's a file. Now my source is in a file. Okay, TY underscore file. And I will see the guys always whenever you declare this internal table, the sequence should be important. So whatever you have the sequence in the file, the same sequence you should be having in the internal table. First material, next material type, next industry sector, and guys basic unit of measure. Take this uh, cut, or else we can drag and drop. Take this, how to drag and drop this. Okay, I will do a cut. After the industry sector, okay, paste, insert, cut cell. Okay, this is my sequence. And next MEANS, gross weight, net weight. Okay, gross weight, net weight, and maybe I will take this field to last days. Okay, cut, I will put this field in the last, insert, cut cell. See, now I will compare. Okay, material number, material type, industry sector, uh, basic unit of measure, gross weight, net weight, and weight unit, and material description. I'm going to use MAKTX and type of, and MAKT single field. I know, that's why I have declared manually. If you know manually, that's fine. So what is the problem? Tell me.
Volume weight is the weight unit.
Weight unit.
Is the volume weight.
Volume unit.
VOLE.
That's okay. Chalta. Save and so I think so. This, see guys. So just declaration I am doing. So if you want to change the field, you can declare whatever you want. That's not a problem. And details. Go kg, basic unit of measure, MEANS. One more kg you will see, guys. So one more kg, yeah, it's a weight unit, GEWEI. Okay, change this to the GE. Okay. So the powerful guys, SE16 will give both. It gives the description as well as it will give the technical field guys. So when you come to the SE16, go to the select the record, go to the details. It will give both. So I have maintained the same order, and I declare an internal table, and I'm going to define it. Right. So BDC is little big program, right? And data GT underscore file and type and the table of TY underscore file and the GS underscore file and type and which is an TY underscore file. So that's it. So I have declared an internal table with the required database. And then what step? Next step, upload the data from Excel to internal table using function module. There is a function module. You can upload the data from Excel to the internal table base. So what is the function module which we have used in module 2? And so text underscore uh, convert underscore XLS underscore to underscore SAP. So this is the function module which we have used to upload the data from Excel to the internal table guys. Use the same function module. Simple. And go to the pattern and text underscore. See, already it is there. And this is the function module which we have used. And in this, what is the where you are going to upload internal table gt underscore file, and what is the file name p underscore file. Simple. This is dummy. You need to declare it and declare the raw data internal table. So go to FE that side by side. Always I will open whenever I call on a function module, and take the function module and open in the next screen and display. And here in the calling, it's an exporting parameter. Here it will be an importing parameter. IT raw data, which is a type of double T. T means it's in a table type. And take this table type and declare a GT underscore RAW and type table type. That means when you declare something with the table type, it becomes an internal table. And this is my internal table, GT underscore RAW. So that's it, mandatory parameter. But guys, there are some other parameters. So whenever you get the data from Excel, so do you have any line header? Line header means, so this is the header guys. First record is in a line header. So you are giving some descriptions to the, see guys, we know SAP. I know what is this field, what is this field, what is this field. But whenever you give to the business, so if you don't give the header, they don't know where to maintain what database. Okay, you must always give a header to the non-IT and data entry. And the data entry will see this description. Based on this, they are going to maintain the data in the Excel. So I will tell whenever you upload the business user, so even business user no need to delete this record list, because this we are not uploading it. This is a description for the reference purpose. And every time the business user has to delete a record, right? So if you don't want to upload this text, and we are going to delete and again maintain the data with the description and again delete. No problem. Okay, keep it as it is. But I will tell to the system in my file there is a line header. So I will pass an X. If you pass an X, system understand it will delete the first record automatically, and remaining record it consider it as an actual record space. Save and pretty printer. Now my actual data comes into here. So until this we do the debugging, then we'll see the later things. So it's a equal to 0. Right. Internal data. Okay, this is the output which I am going to decide. Okay, whenever you upload the data, okay, if it is successful, size of R is equal to 0. So that means the data is successfully uploaded into the internal table. So we'll see later the BDC part. And I'm going to put in a breakpoint here. Put the breakpoint and save it and execute your program. Okay, maybe I will take out some of the workflow. And this is also not. So now execute. So same thing we did in marketing program. Select the material data and execute. And see guys, it comes here and call function model always F6, and it is reading the data from the file and X, and go to the file and OK and S, and it will return back to the program, and go to the GT underscore file, and you see there are 70 records. See how many leave about first record, and that means you need to deduct one record. Total 71 minus 1, 70 records. All the 70 records are uploaded into your internal table. So yes guys, in SAP, if I have the data in internal table, I can play like anything with the internal table. So I'm going to process the records one by one from the internal table. By using a recording, I am going to process the data guys. First record. So first record, see, this is my first record. How can you process the data from internal table? Record by record by using loop and loop. So loop the internal table and take this record and map this record. Okay, 03. Pass this record to there here guys. I will pass the material number here. Okay, and I will pass the industry sector here. I will pass the material type here. So dynamically, I am going to process. This performs will handle the code base. So it is going to map the fields to the screens case. We are going to do a screen mapping by using this recorded code base. This is my recorded code. With this code, I am going to map the values from the internal table to the screen mapping. That we call it a field mapping, guys. The next step is after do this. Seventh step is process internal table values and map these values to the recorded code that we call screen field mapping. But how can you do this? By using BDC structure. Very important, BDC data structure base. So this is the structure which we will use to handle the BDC field mapping is BDC data structure. Very important. And if you go to the structure, SE11 is very important, and go to the data type and provide the BDC data and display, and you see guys exactly the recording. We see program, we see the Dyn Pro is the screen, we see the Dyn begin X recording. Open the recording, you see exactly SHDB and double click. See guys, what is this program? This is my program and this is my screen. This is my Dyn Pro. Dyn Pro programming, screen programming, module programming, everything is same. Dyn Pro is nothing but a screen, and Dyn begin is an X single character X. And the field name, see, this is my field name, that is a field name, F name. This is my field value, this is my F value. I need to fill this BDC data structure to map the recorded, to map your internal table values into your recorded values. So I'm going to declare this internal table and where is debugging? Debugging, restart. Go to the program. Okay, here is my program. Okay, go to the program, SE30 and BDC upload change. And first you must declare an internal name. So using this structure and declare internal table and work area for BDC data structure to do the field and screen mapping. Okay, so the steps are important, guys. Step by step we are doing the flow, and next step is 8th and 9th and 9th, and then process record by record data from internal table and replace the dummy values or recorded values from work area and fill the BDC data internal table. So what we need to do is, so here after you do this, so you need to process the record by record base. Maybe don't do this. That is done to show the records. I have shown this. And what I need to do is loop at internal table gt underscore file, because I have the data in the file into gs underscore file. So first thing you must do this loop, and this total record I need to process inside the loop. So always end loop should be here. Why? Because so each record I need to process all the screens. I need to process all the values in the record, right? So record means this total, I say it's a record, not all records. So first I need to process all the records, like all the values in the record: material type, industry sector, unit of measure, gross weight, net weight, kg, weight unit, material description. But if you want to process all the values, so this all code should exist, guys. See, this is the code to process all the values, from all the screens. So that's why I need to have all this code inside the loop. First record, it will process all the values and it goes back again, and it will process the second record and it goes back, it will process the third record. Like that it is going to work. This I call it this section I call it a field mapping or data mapping, but this we need to use by using BDC data structure. So enable all the code base. Now enable the total code. Now we are coming into the actual BDC programming now. So until now uh, we have seen the processing logic, but here see guys, perform BDC Dynpro and perform BDC field. If you see, Dynpro means, so the screen mapping is here, the program name. This is see guys, subroutines. You know subroutines. This is calling of the subroutine. This is the subroutine name. I told that time we use the BDC heavily in the BDC. The using parameters, which is nothing but an importing parameters. One is the program and another one is the screen. But the second subroutine, which is really about this and this, if you see here, see guys, this is the screen field. I have shown RMG1 MADNR. This is a screen field value, the value which you have entered on the screen. Whenever I did the recording, that time I have given a dummy. So the value is here, but the screen field name is here. So what we are going to do is, we are going to replace this dummy value. First, let me do the syntax check. So form BDC Dynpro does not exist. What is the meaning? The subroutine definition is does not exist.
This conference will now be recorded.
So we are going to map. See, we are going to map the field. We are going to map the screen. We are going to map the field name and also the value, the field value. We are going to map it. If you see these parameters: program, screen, field name, field value. That means exactly I need to do a fill of BDC data structure. I need to do a BDC data structure filling in this subroutine. And when I do the syntax check, it is telling form BDC input does not exist. See, we are calling the subroutine, but the subroutine does not exist. And if you want to define the subroutine, what I need to do? Form and form you need to declare. But guys, the shortcut is double click on this form. Automatically it will create for you guys. See, ABAP is not a big programming language, guys. Just you need to cleverly use how to use the generation. It automatically creates the program for you guys. See, and select and OK. See, automatically it is creating a form for you. No need to write this code actually. Okay, no need to write this code. Like this, there are a lot of options in the ABAP. Just you need to understand what exactly the statement is doing. What is the functionality of that statement? But the writing, in terms of writing, SAP will help you out. Lot of help it is going to provide for you to do a coding. And this is my code, guys. I need to fill the data in the internal table BDC data. And first I am going to do a GS underscore BDC data. And see, guys, so in the subroutine I have explained. So this is my first parameter. This is my second parameter. This parameter we call it an actual parameter in the subroutine. This actual parameter will comes to the inside the subroutine. So the first parameter comes into this parameter. The second parameter comes into this parameter. So the first parameter here, what it is actually now, it's in a program, it's in a screen, guys. So first you fill the program, control GS underscore BDC data, I declare. Okay, I didn't declare those internal tables. Declare the GT underscore BDC data and type table of BDC data. And so if you miss out here, you will not, you are not able to do the BDC, guys. So very important. You need to listen carefully. Okay, if your mind absent here, it is very difficult. So click on this, and now you will get a GS underscore BDC data. Do the control space program, which is equal to, where is the value of the program? P underscore 118. So fill the value. Next I want screen. GS underscore BDC data. Hyphen screen here is in a time begin. Control space hyphen to the control space, and dine pro is in a screen. So the dine pro will be, the screen number will come here. Controls and control V, and GS underscore BDC data and time begin, and which is equal to the X. Always if you see the recording, you see X in this field starting, and go to the recording. Based on the recording only I am doing the program. This is my X, see, and X I am going to pass it over here. So I am going to pass in the X, and after this I have this recording work area. Append to the data from BDC data to the internal table GT underscore BDC data. That's it, guys. But yeah, save. Okay, and this is done. And do the syntax check again. So BDC field, guys, what is that this subroutine will do? So maybe don't think about this. If you see here, so in the BDC field, we have a field name, we have a field value. We need to fill this field name and field values into the BDC data structure. Double click on this, and OK, and OK, and OK. So this is my subroutine, which is created for the field name and field value, and GS underscore BDC data, and which is a field name. The field name, which is equal to, which will come, the field name comes into the first parameter. The field value comes into the, okay, the second parameter, field value, and which is equal to the field value is controls and control and append, okay, GS underscore BDC data and to the GT underscore BDC. That's it, guys. So we fill everything by using this subroutine. We fill the program, we fill the screen, we fill the field name and field value. That is done, guys. That's it. And save, credit printer, drag, and do the syntax check. And the transaction, maybe I delete this step, save and do that syntax check. No syntactical errors, please. No syntactical errors. So now guys, now the actual BDC process comes into the picture. So I did a field mapping, and if you want to process the data by using BDC, so process the data and replace. Replace the dummy values from the recorded value. See guys, so the first record, listen please. So the first record, if you talk yourself, you will not be getting anything. So process the record, and so here my actual records are in internal table, and here if you see these records are in a dummy records. I use the new records to process the data, but new records are there in the internal table. But when you process by using loop, every time that record comes into the work area, guys. So always replace the values, dummy values, with work area values, guys. That is the step which you need to do, and replace dummy values with work area values. So now replace. So here thing is first thing is material. Where is the material dummy value? This is the material dummy value. So take out this dummy value, guys. So instead of this value, I don't remove it. Instead of this, I will pass gs underscore file. What is the field for the material? MAD That's it. Do a double quote. So this value I commented. I passed the work area value with the dummy value for the material number. And here the value is T. T means telecommunication. What is this field, guys? Industry sector. So GS underscore file hyphen MBRSH dot and comment this value, and at which is a material type GS underscore file hyphen MPART, and replace the dummy value. And this is one screen, guys. The first screen processing this is, and the second screen processing here, and this the second screen is a pop-up. I don't want to do anything in the pop-up, and automatically the system will select basic data 1 and basic data 2. So where do you enter the values? After you select basic data 1 and basic data 2, it goes to the next screen. There you are going to provide a material description. So here you need to replace the value with the material description. GS underscore file hyphen, and what is the material description field? MAKT. That's it. And MEINS, what is this field? GS underscore file hyphen basic unit of measure. What is the field? MEINS. Perfect. So this is the field, and this is not required, and this is done. And after this, you have a net weight, and here you can see guys, always I told replace the dummy values, guys. Some people may think here the BRW you need to do here. So always the dummy value which is used in the recording, that only you need to do it. Yes, and hyphen the BRGAW, gross weight or net weight, gross weight or net weight, N is, that's not a problem, it will take automatically. And next one is GS underscore file hyphen GEVWI, and take it, and the net weight. Okay, I think integer will net weight. This is a gross weight case. So gross weight is GR. What is the field? BRGW. Perfect. So BRGW. This is a GS underscore file. It's a big program, guys. So BDC is a big program. Okay. So Control S and save and pretty printer and do the syntax. I did a replace with the dummy values with the the file values case. Next, the interesting thing is, and process BDC data by using BDC methods. We have two methods case. One is session method, or we can use call transaction. So this, you need to process the data by using session method or call transaction method. So maybe I will talk this tomorrow's class. What exactly the session method? What exactly the call transaction method? Maybe I will use first the session method. So use the session method first. Okay. Insert. Most of the people are in sleeping mode, it seems. Okay. What exactly the session method? Okay. So session method, we process the data by using sessions. Session method, we process BDC data by using sessions. Transaction code for the sessions is SM35 is very important. So in this session, everything is an entry question. Whatever I am doing here, everything is an entry question. See, so this is my session method, and which will be what exactly the session method is. It will process the data by using SM35 days. So how do you create a session in BDC method? So we use function, everything is in a function module. Function modules to create and process the sessions. So first function module which we will use is, so use function module BDC underscore open underscore, very important. This is open underscore group. We use function module to create session name. Session in SM35. One step. We use function module BDC underscore insert to process BDC data using transaction code. Here in this case, the transaction is MM01, and use function module BDC underscore close underscore group to close the. That's it. So session method, actually we process the data by using sessions. The sessions will be created in the SM35, and we use function modules to process the sessions. The first function module is BDC open group. The second function module is BDC insert. The third function module is BDC close group page. So what I need to do is, before processing the data, first to open the session and process the data and close the session. Process the data, that means it's an end. You come back here and okay. So I'm going to call, see guys. So first I will, for entire data, I will open one session guys. See. So call function pattern BDC underscore open underscore group. Enter. See. So this is my open group, and use this, and you need to pass. One is group. Group is nothing but it's a session name. And when you need to process this session, today I need to process this session, and keep X, and who is the eligible user to process this session, that is not required, and that's it guys. So you need to fill group name, session name. Okay, I'm going to fill this session name is G8mm01, G8mm01. This is my session name, and hold date. Today I need to process this session. Maybe I will pass an assigned data. And who is the user which is eligible to this pass? I am going to pass I user. That who is executed the program, that user is eligible. So, and keep equal to sorry, this I user comes into the control X, control V, and disable this, and keep equal to information which you need to pass it. So you need to pass group, hold, keep, and user things. So maybe I can take this control C. I'll keep it in the PPT, and here we are going to use the pseudo code. Okay, the code comes into the blue. Code comes into the blue. Okay, so I have enabled this. Then later, so I will process the record by record, and whenever you open it, guys, you need to close. So what is the concept? Reverse, normal friends, what will happen? Whenever you close, you open it. You open everything, right? So whenever we open, we need to close. We are the close persons. So open and close it. Yes, that's it. I opened it, I closed it. And see, record by record. First process that record, and I will get in a BDC data internal table and process that record by using BDC insert. So BDC insert will process the data. So INSER. The two things should be outside of the loop phase. So one session for all the data. So before the loop, I created a session. I'm processing the data record by record. After the end loop, I'm going to close the session. That means all the records which are there in the file, every record will be processed in one single session. And BDC insert will process the data by using BDC data. So what is the internal table for the BDC data? BDC data and the transaction code. What is the transaction code which we are going to use? Which transaction this is? How do you create the material? NF0. So save and predict print. And now we completed the program is almost, but still I have some very important things which I need to handle. So activate the program, edit, and some errors. That's why it doesn't have SI user, not SI user, it's an SI name, and do the syntax check, predict printer, and activate. And let's now the thing is, guys, if you want to understand, I explained something, I did my flow, you are in your flow, but if you want to sync your flow and my flow, the best friend is the debugger. So then only you will understand this program, otherwise you cannot understand this program. This is the loop. Execute and select the file, yes, F5, oh, sorry, F7. What happened? Save. It comes out. Okay, F7, F7, F8. Okay, reading the record. Okay, yes, yes, guys. See GT underscore file. Now we have the 70 records. So what is our purpose of this program? We need to upload all these 70 records into the SAP. So to do that, record by record, I am going to process it. So first, let me read first record. So if you want to process record by record, we are going to use loop and loop. Yes, the first record F5. So go to the file, GS underscore file. Now the record is in the work area. Go to the work area. See BDC 03 fact. Some I will concentrate on here only because I changed only the material number. The remaining things I didn't change it. First one is 04, second one is 04, the third one is 04, 5, 6 like that we have different materials. So first one is 03 record. Okay. So first what it will do, so whenever you execute the subroutine, so if I want to go inside the subroutine, if I want to do that debugging, which function key I need to use? If I want to go inside the subroutine, F5. Huh? Why you are so silent this batch? Modularization techniques. I have deep dive. What is function module and what is subroutine? How to debug the subroutines? How to debug the function modules? Why you are confusing? If I want to debug the subroutine, which one you need to use? F5. If I do F5, it will go inside the subroutine. If I do F6, it will execute the subroutine. This is what we have discussed in the modularization techniques. And the first parameter is this program. The second parameter is a screen. So go and press F5 and it will go inside the first parameter. Double click. This is a program. The second parameter. This is a screen number. And I'm going to pass these two values. See F5, 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 F5. So the first record is in the BDC data. So now you can see exactly it comes like in a recording, guys. See, SHDB. Double click. See, clear about this program, screen, dine begin. Program, screen, dine begin. Okay. Next, we are doing a field mapping. Okay, by using recording. And next one is this one. Okay, F5, 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 and go and see the record. And guys, what is happening here? What is happening here? Did you observe? Did I pass in the second record these fields? Did I pass the second record these fields? Did I pass it in the second subroutine? Did I pass this second subroutine? Is it expected way? So is it expected way? Is this coming? These values are coming here. These values are coming here. So what is happening here? What is happening here actually? Huh?
Copy the
Yeah, these records are copied from the previous record, guys. So what is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? What I need to do? Fundamental. What I need to do? You have to clear before you append a new record, guys. Fundamental clear statement. Here the powerness of clear and refresh you will see. And so debugging, restart again. So this is my bug, guys. I don't want to pass this and this to the next records. If I don't want to pass this and this to the next record, you need to build a fresh record. If you want to build a fresh record, you need to write a clear statement inside the subroutines. Always, whenever you do a BDC data mapping, you must clear the work area. The first statement, you must clear the work area, otherwise your BDC will go for an error space. Save pretty printer. So next thing is, this is fine. Now again I am going to do a debugging and put and execute the program again until I success. I'll keep on doing a debugging. And so F8, and it will ask, why it's not asking. My debugger is gone, I think it seems. Huh? Debugger is there. Put again one more breakpoint. Execute. Select the file. Select the file. Okay. And F8. Okay. I think there is some problem with the uh, file reading. What is happening? Size ABAP not here. It is not coming to here, guys. Something is happening here. Okay, I put on a breakpoint here. Something is happening here. And execute. Select the file. Okay. F6. Okay. I will close this file, guys. Always, whenever you open this file, sometimes it will give the problems. Okay. So close this. Close this. Okay. So now I am doing a fresh execution. Come back and execute the program and select the file. Select the file and execute. Okay. Do the F6 size of RC, which is 0. Successfully uploaded the data. See the GT underscore file. We have 70 records. And see, guys, I think BDC open group F6 size of RC 0. Yes, it is open the session. And I go to here and GT underscore file F5 and debug, it go inside. I clear the data. I pass the record. Now you can see GT underscore BDC data, first record. But the problem is with the second record. And go to the second subroutine and see, guys. So I have cleared GC underscore BDC data. GC underscore BDC data. See, this is my GT underscore BDC data. But okay, did I clear in this subroutine? No, guys. Debugging, restart. Only I cleared in one subroutine. I need to clear the same thing in the two subroutines. So one subroutine is here, the second subroutine here, and you need to clear GS and execute. Okay, then execute the program again and go to the program file and execute. You must clear in the both the subroutines and F6 and GT underscore file 70 records. Okay, F6 function model and F5, and I have a loop and F5 first record, fill the record GT underscore BDC data, and first record. Whenever you fill the second record BDC field and see the BDC data, it is clear now. So everything is clear. Yeah, that's what I need. I require. And second record, go to the GT underscore BDC data. See, the previous one is copied to the second record. No worries. So this is the way it is going to work out. Like this, it will fill all the process. We are going to process all the things. Guys. See, the F6 material type, everything we are going to do this. See, everything. So BDC material and material type and factories. Industry sector. Yeah. I'm doing this like this one record. Only this is only one record, guys. So I'm going to process that record GDC underscore BDC data, and I have called the transaction MM01 and F5. Perfect. But I am going to the next record. See, guys, this data, this GT underscore BDC data related to which record, guys? You are in which record actually? F5 GS underscore file. You are in which record? 04 means it's in a second record. I go to the BDC data. This is already processed with this BDC data. First record I have processed by using BDC insert, and I process this first record data 03. And after I process the first record end loop, and it goes to the next record. Whenever you come to the next record in the BDC data, I see a first record still. Okay, when I post the second record, it will consider the first record again. So that's why always, whenever you go to the next record, you must refresh this internal table for the first record base. So otherwise, it will give an errors. And you do this without this refresh statement, you will get an error base. So sorry, I didn't execute. I should not execute. And maybe whenever I process each record, after you process each record, you need to refresh the BDC data. Refresh CT BDC. Okay, save it and put it printer. Now I am going to execute and execute the file and execute the file. Execute. Sure. So F6 and see, guys, I will process 2 records, then I will execute 70 records space. So F5, guys. So for my purpose, what I am going to do is, if I process all this, it will take me some time. I'm going to delete some of the records from the internal table base, or else I'll do a debugging restart. So for sample purpose, I upload only some records base, because to process all these records may take some time for me. So I'm going to delete. I'm going to process some 10 records. So from here to here, automatically I upload. You can do a lot of records, but I'm doing only for the 1, 2, 3, 8 records and 7 records I'm going to process. Okay, go to the program and execute. Execute the file F6. If it is opened, you need to do action this. Okay, F6, 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 and first record 03. Okay, so first record, maybe you know how to do the debugging. So first record I will process all the things, all subroutine I will process for the entire record. One record, do the MM01. See, I have a field mapping data in BDC data. Call the transaction MM01. It will create one record for you. That's it. And again, so see, guys, BDC data, we have the record for the 03. So before, if I go to the next record, 04 comes into picture. So before, if you want to process 04 material, so refresh this BDC data. Why? Because I already processed here. I have already processed here. You need to refresh it. Refresh it 0. Again it goes here, and now the record is 0 4. This is my 0 4 material, and I'm going to process this 0 4 F6 F6 function model. Yes, sir. Subroutine F6 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 and F6 F6 and F6 F6, and now process this record and F6 and GT BDC data. You can see the 04 record is processed, and once it is processed, and do the refresh, and again go to next record, 5 record, 6th record, 7th record, it is going to process record by record F8. That's it, done. And if you want to, what is the session method? Session method, we process BDC data by using sessions, by using SM35 transaction base. Why? We use function models to create a BDC process. This function model BDC open group create a session G8mm01 and go to the SM35. To process the session we use SM35. To record we use SHDB, and that's the difference. And G8mm01, don't see the last one, is recent one, you need to take it. Which one is recent one? Timestamp 1212 is in a recent one. 12.8 one is created, but I am going to use in a 1212. So in the SM35, select the session, recent session, and always you need to do an unlocking of this session. Unlock this session, unlock it, and process the session. Execute is in a processing. Execute, and in which mode you need to execute. Suppose if I select background, in a single shot it will process all the records. If it is in a foreground, means I need to press enter space. Okay. If it is in a background, in single shot it will execute all the transactions. Most of the times, if it is in a use value, I'm going to select the background. It will execute in the background mode. But if it is an, we'll do that also, guys. But for now, I am going to do this in the process in the foreground mode. That means I need to process. Foreground means user has to take an action. That is in a foreground. Background means system will execute all the actions, guys. That's the difference. So I'm going to select foreground, enter, and you see, guys. So the 03 is automatically populated. Did you enter 03 here? No. Programmatically we enter the data. The data is comes into the, that is mapped, field mapped to the screen. The screen comes automatically, the program values comes automatically, the screen field values are mapped exactly, guys. Material is mapped to the material value field, industry sector is mapped to the industry sector field, material type is mapped to the material type field, and enter. And see, guys, when pop-up comes, did you select those basic data 1, basic data 2? No, the program selects that basic data 1, basic data 2, and again enter. And see, guys, BDC test material for 03. Did you enter material 03? Program, the BDC program mapped that value, and KZ gross weight and gross net weight is not coming up, but KZ, and enter. That's in a warning, that's not a problem. And see, guys, the next material, it goes to the next material automatically, second material, and like this, and it goes to the fifth material, and enter, and enter. It goes to the sixth material, enter, enter, seventh material, enter, enter, and eighth material, enter, ninth material, enter. And see, guys, we are processing the total records we have processed in seconds. Since I need to take an action, it takes this much time. But if I select this background, system executes within the fraction of seconds. That's an uploading, and you see the this, and you can see the logs also, guys. Session method will give a log file. So what is the successful records? What are all the failure records which are just now we processed? So if you want to see the log file, see, guys, there is a log. So select the session, see the log, and which will give here. Double click on this. See, guys. So the field, whatever the process it is done, it is giving a log file. So the log it is generated, and maybe I can see the statistics of this case. So select analyze session. See, guys. See. So how many records it is processed? It is processed 7 records, guys. See how many records are there here? 8, but here it is a header. It processes 7 records. all records are success or failure. See the stats, all are status. Processed means it's in a successful creations. And what are the screens which are used? And what is the log? Total log. What is the log? And if you want to see those materials, so means successfully processed means definitely these materials are updated in which database tables? Which database tables which are these are updated materials. When you create a material, where it will update in the MM01 base. See guys, the process we are saving in a different way. Okay, this since it is in a mask, I am going to use in a mask programs. If it is in a single, I am going to use in a module full program. So see guys, the materials are created in SAP mask, uploading of the data, and also the material descriptions you can see. So even the description also you can see MAKT. So the MAKT, the descriptions are updated. If you see Mara also, you can see the Mara details. Let's take an example of. So this is my, here I have taken only 7 materials. Now I will take thousands of the materials nowadays. See, I take Control V. What happened? Control C. Control V. How can I do this case? Control C. I need to copy. Maybe I will create a 100 190 materials now. Upload mask. Okay. So how can you change? First, until which material is created now? 07. And maybe I will give some error records also. Guys. See, I'm going to give some error records over here. So 0304 already there, and 0607 until 7 we have already. Again, I would like to create the material guys which are already there. So what SAP will do, we'll see. Apart from that, I have a new records. Apart from that, I have a new records. That new records I will change from here. From 6 and 7, I select both. Okay, and drag. It will create a new things. Right? So 153. What happened? 6 BDC 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, it is copy. Okay, 7 and 8. Okay, I selected 2 things. It should change. Yeah, now it's okay. Okay, 19, 20. Select 2 and drag. How many are there? Delete. Okay, until almost we have 60 materials. I'm going to upload 60 materials. So execute the program again. Come back. Fresh. This is my mass program. You can see 38. I need to upload how many materials, guys? 60 materials. Select the file. Select the file and execute. I blindly execute, guys. Blindly, I have executed this. And okay. And yes. That's it. Execute. I don't do debugging anything. Execute and go to the session method. Is it executed? Yes. Come back. You will see one more open session. So refresh. Do you see refresh button? If it is not there, again come back from the refresh. And you see this is the right time stamp 21. This is a fresh session, and you need to do an unlock and process it. But this time, don't select a foreground, only background, guys. Okay, process. See, guys, one session transfer to the background processing, and see the log whether it is in a process or not. Okay, analyze session, display. So analyze, and maybe where I can see this. Okay, in background, see this is the background, and can we see double click job? See guys, it is processed 56 records, and it is processing current 56 record, but it doesn't give me the detailed status. So do you have any status and logs options? All So it doesn't give me back the response back this. So maybe whenever you do in a background, it will open in a background. It will open in a background session space. So the sessions, the background execution, where you can see the status of a background program execution. Did I explain? I executed a program in background. If you want to see the status, huh? SM37. I have explained what means. Okay, I executed the program in background sometime back. The LV report I have executed in the background. Yes, I remembered. And so if you want to see the status of that, you can see that status case. So GNMM01. This is my program, and see the job log. You can see the job log. Job log started and finished, but there is not much. Um, Still it is executing, guys. Maybe still it is executing or no finish. This is finished. Refresh, refresh. This is finished in how many seconds it is executed? 36 seconds. The total records are executed in 36 seconds. Maybe I will see in the database case FC16N, and I will try to use the range. So I have created some materials from 03 to the, what is the next range? 58. 58 range. So I would like to fetch all the materials from 03 to the 58. Execute and only until 9. Okay, the first we created first time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 materials. The second session is not created. The batch input session is not yet executed. 56 transactions. The 56 transactions are failed. So SM35 again, and this is see status is errors, guys. So see, guys, incorrect, 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 incorrect. So all transactions failed, guys. So this is the status. So if you see all the transaction, every transaction is failed. I suspect why this failed in the background mode. Do you know why these are failed in the background mode? Do you know? So it's heavy dose, guys. I will come to that part later. Okay, because I know why these things are failed. Why? Because see, guys, whenever you did a recording, you did recording in a foreground mode, and you must run that program in the foreground mode. Why? Because when I run it, I get in a pop-up. In the pop-up, when you get in a pop-up in the background mode, system will go for dump, guys. System will go for dump, because in the background mode you cannot select the pop-ups. You should not raise a pop-up in the background mode. So I think there should be a dump in the background side today, and maybe not, there is no dump, but definitely. So the background mode doesn't handle the pop-ups. That's why it is giving me the errors. 56 errors, but every error is an incorrect error. Double click and log. Okay, so the process, double click and double click and log. See, transactional error. Material, no batch input data for the screen. So there is an error, no batch input data for the screen. So everywhere there is an error. All the errors which are coming out. Okay, all this comes into the error. So maybe comes to the next transaction, last transaction. What is the error? Last transaction, see the log. So no batch input data, no batch input data for the screen. This case control C, and so BDC handling. This is an interview question, guys. Why you will get this error? Why we will get below error in BDC? So we'll handle this later, and always this is an interview question, definitely. So take this and no batch input data for this field and for this field value. Why we are getting this error in the BDC? So maybe, so I'm going to run again this program. I'm going to process this records case. So we need to handle the BDC in background mode. If you want to handle in background mode, there is a different strategy case. So different strategy which you need to maintain. So now I will maintain only the foreground mode. I am going to process this data. If you want to do in a background mode, if you use the same recording which you are doing in the back foreground, so that will go for an error and SM35. And here you can see, so the first one and unlock and process the record and see. I'll select the foreground and see first one is guys 03. That means already the record is exist in the database. Definitely this will give an error. That's good. Okay, and you can see there is no batch input data for screen. That means so if there is a record already exists which will give no batch input data for the record is. And you can see select one view, and what you need to do is whenever there is an error and execute and see guys, come back and you are existing the transaction in batch input. Do you still want to keep the batch input data? Yes, and it goes to the next record. Even the next record also error, and come back again you will get skip this record. And like this I need to skip how many records until 9th record. I need to skip this case. I need to skip until the 9th record. Skip this, yes, and enter and enter. Skip this and S and enter, because these records are already exist. I need to skip this. It is giving me an error record. Enter and enter and skip this and skip only this record and enter 9th and skip this, and after 9th everything is in a fresh record. You don't receive that error. See, enter. Now you can do the processing of the 56 records. I am going to do by entering the enter after 3 seconds. I am going to process all these records. 15. Okay, and someone up, please come and press enter. Come. Yeah, Sai, come. So, enter. You do the 56 materials. Enter. Good. So, don't what I can say, don't demotivate yourself. This is a little big program. Okay, you need to practice it. That's it. If you practice, definitely you will get a confidence. Okay, since it's a big program, you will be no idea about what is happening over there. But once you practice, you will get a practice. Sometimes that we do the program. It will take some time. It will probably almost almost 2 hours it takes, right? So it takes some time to build this program. So you should be having a patience. Yes, almost. That's it. So go to the social. Yeah. That's it. Now you can go. And there are some errors. Not all the errors, guys. Some records are processed. See, from 8th record, it is a successful. Until 7th record, it's an errors. Why? Because already their materials exist in the database. But we have uploaded how many records? Almost 60 records. 60 materials which we have created by using program. Even the thousands and lakhs also we can do by using this case. If you have the lakh records, not fine. But don't select a foreground mode. If it is in a foreground mode, definitely you need to do in a enter case. Always we process this in a background mode, guys. So this is, yeah, that's different. Great thing. Normally we do that, and without dump, without that I will handle. But if I explain the concept, you will not understand the first day. That's why I keep hold that concept. Okay. So for your purpose to make you practice on this, just do in a foreground. First familiarize with the foreground, then you will understand some concept. If I explain on top of it, then you will understand the concept. If I do all the things in single day, okay, you will not come to our office. Okay, so do the practice and see the records in the material master and come back again and sorry, a range I have given somewhere. A range, yeah. So come back and see the range now. Exclude now. You see, guys, the materials. All the materials are created in the system. So if you want to create this manually, record by record, it takes a lot of time. And here I just talking about some details, some data, guys. But normally in material master we have 300 fields. See, we are going to process all the records. Just I have taken example of 5 fields. But when you want to create a material, there will be 100 attributes. If you want to enter 100 attributes, for single material it takes 3 to 4 hours. Okay, 3 to 4 hours minimum it is going to take it. So that time it is going to save days. Just real time, it's not a 3 or 4 fields. We are going to have 100 fields. So if you have 100 fields, every material you need to enter, go to MM01, enter the material, create the record. So instead of that, this saves one-time program. I build one time, lifetime I will use this to upload the materials. That is also one of the use. One-time program. I built one time, maybe it may take 10 days for my real time, but the 10 days efforts you can reduce the how much salary you can get. Lifetime I can use the same program. Okay, that's why there are a lot of job reductions in the system, guys. Not only this, everything, there are a lot of things upcoming coming into the picture. So there is no manual jobs in future. We don't see it, guys. So every company want to reduce the cost cuttings. They want to reduce their okay employees. So by implementing the programs, okay, automations. So the automation process, the Internet of Things, okay, IoT and machine learning, okay, so the new technologies which are coming up. Everything is in a program only. Okay, if you fear about the program in the future, you cannot continue the software job. That's why please learn the programming. Okay, you need to achieve the programming. So no problem. When you learn, it will take some time. That's not a problem. But once you learn, it will give a lifetime. So that's what my conclusion or what I can say. Whatever you take it, you have to take it. Please put the efforts and learn the technology and coding days. Okay. So if you don't want to do any coding, you will not become a software engineer. You will become, but that is in a short time. Short time you can survive, but long term you cannot survive it. That's it for the day. Thank you all. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.